Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the start of a new weekly reading vlog. It is Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. And then it's like almost 4 o'clock right now. I just got home from work. It was a long day. I had to get a lot of stuff done today, so I'm glad that it's over. I went and got my mom Starbucks after I got off. It took me so long to get home, so I'm home now. Changed into my pajamas. Not jammies, but like my loungewear. And the plan for today is to finish reading Chamber of Secrets. I'm currently on page 168, so I am about a little bit over halfway through now. There's like 340 pages in the book, so I have like a little bit less than 200 pages to go. So, but I'm really enjoying it a lot. This is just such a comfort read for me, like, and I just really needed it at this time of year because the holidays can be kind of hard for everyone, so I just really wanted to reread it or it came at the perfect time for me, really, because I just love that series so much. So I'm excited to finish that. I kind of want to savor it, but also just kind of like want to devour it, so we're battling with that currently. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try and finish it today, though, and after I do that, I'm going to clean up a little bit. I need to go to the bank. I need to go get gas for my car, and then tonight, I'm playing Pokemon with my boyfriend over FaceTime. We are playing Sword and Shield together. We already finished the storyline for it, but we got the expansion pass, so we're currently going legendary hunting, so. We already got Giratina. We also got, what else did we get? Tapu Lele. We got Ho-Oh. So, we got a lot of interesting legendaries so far, so we're gonna continue to do that tonight. So we're just gonna be on FaceTime playing each other on Switches, so. It's not gonna be special or anything, but it's gonna be fun. I think I'm just gonna lay in bed for a bit and then read and then get my day started. So, well, my fun day, after work day started. Okay, bye. Hello everyone. So it is now like 7 o'clock. I ended up taking a nap. I laid in bed for a bit and then ended up just falling asleep. So I didn't get anything done. I just woke up. Well, I didn't just wake up. I woke up like an hour ago. But yeah. So it's okay though. I'm not going to punish myself for resting because if I needed it, then I needed it. But yeah. I woke up and then I read to page 205 in Chamber of Secrets, and I'm just loving my reread so much. It's like my 4th time rereading that series, so like I said like earlier, it is a major comfort read for me, and I think that's why I am just enjoying it so much. Like, I'm always going to keep enjoying it. So yeah, right now I'm going to go get dinner, and then when I come back, my only priority now is just finishing that book tonight, and then tomorrow I'll start another book. But I think that's going to be the last book. Chamber of Secrets is going to be the last book that I finish in the month of November, because the other book that I want to start is like 400 pages and there's only like 2 days left in the month, which usually I could finish it. But on Monday, I am hanging out with my best friends Lily and Christina because Lily's birthday was recently, and we're hanging out on Monday together. So I don't think I'm gonna have time to read. So I think that Chamber of Secrets will be my last finish of the month. So yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at myself about it, you know, because I did my best, so that's all that matters. So tomorrow is going to be mainly a filming day because I'm not gonna film on Monday. So I'm going to start editing tonight so that tomorrow is a bit easier in terms of filming and editing for both. So I still have to do that. So my 2 priorities are editing and then finishing that book, which I have like 140 pages left, so it's not that big of a deal. It's easy to read, so I should be able to do it. But I'm gonna go get dinner right now, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hello everyone. It's now like 8:30. Why do my eyes look like that? Oh my god, I just like freaked myself out. It's like 8:30 and I just uploaded my vlog, so that's done. And then I edited, uploaded, I filmed today, and then I left my mom for a bit. We ate dinner, we watched another episode of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and now I'm going to work on finishing Chamber of Secrets. I have like 90 pages left, so I should be able to finish that tonight. And then I think that after that I'm going to probably watch Chamber of Secrets because I feel like I'm in that kind of mood tonight. So yeah, my only other responsibilities are finishing this And I think I'm gonna make a book talk because I haven't done that in a while. I also do TikTok, by the way, too. It's not anything special or entertaining or anything, but I still do it. I always keep it, my username in the description boxes, so if you ever want to look at book talk, you can always follow me on there. And yeah, so I think I have to do one of those, so yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Hello. Again, it's like, what time is it? I think it's like 10 something right now. But I just finished Chamber of Secrets. Obviously it was a 5-star. I don't think that I have to say that. I think that it's pretty much obvious I'm gonna rate it 5 stars. I did tear up like I always do. I always end up either full face sobbing, like sobbing, or end up tearing up with every single one of the books. The sobbing usually happens with Goblet of Fire onward. Like the first 3 books, like I always end up tearing up, and just because those books are just so like comforting to me, and like they hit such a like deep spot like within my soul that I just have to like tear up every single time I read them. So yeah, I finished it. It's done. So there's something black on my lip. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to start Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil by John Berent, which is a true crime nonfiction book about a Savannah, Georgia murder that happened in a really prestigious part of town. So I'm excited to read that. I haven't read a lot of nonfiction true crime in my life. I've only read one, and it was The Innocent Man by John Grisham, and I ended up DNFing it because I didn't like it. So hopefully this isn't going to end up that way. So I'm hoping that I like it. Yeah, so I'm not really going into that with a lot of hope, but I do want to start reading more nonfiction books because I feel like, you know, you can take a lot from them. And I really like true crime stuff too, so there's no reason why I shouldn't like this book. I think that if it has too many, like, I don't know, like I still want it to have like some kind of interesting aspects to it too, and The Innocent Man was like just not interesting. Like it was just like, oh, like it was just too many facts and like not like any like storytelling, which I think a lot of it has to do with storytelling, but also putting facts in there at the same time. But like there has to be a good balance between the two, you know. So I feel like that's kind of what was the issue with The Innocent Man, so I DNF'd it. So, but like I said, hopefully that this is better than that book was. And yeah, so I was gonna watch Chamber of Secrets tonight before I went to sleep, but I realized that my subscriptions are, I'm like 3 weeks behind on my YouTube subscription, so I need to watch some YouTube subscriptions tonight because 3 weeks is just too much for me to actually catch up on, and I just have so many videos to watch, and I want to support my favorites. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I think that once I get past the 3-week mark and once I get to 2-week videos, I'm like, okay, now you can watch Chamber of Secrets, because I need to prioritize YouTube first because I still want to support the people that I love. So I think that I'm just gonna lay in bed now and watch YouTube videos. So right now I'm currently watching one of Olivia's, from Olivia That Reads a Latte, reading vlogs. So I always love watching her vlogs. Her vlogs are impeccable, my favorite. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm gonna lay down now. I got ready for bed. It doesn't look like it, but I still have to change and stuff, but I got ready for bed for my face part, my skincare. Why did I say face part? Anyway, so yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Tomorrow I am hanging out with my best friend Lily for her birthday. But we're not hanging out until 2 o'clock, so hopefully I can get started on this. But I also have to clean tomorrow before I leave because everything's a disaster in my life right now, so I have to do that. Anyway, I'll talk to you all about that tomorrow though, and I'll update you tomorrow. So hope you have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Good night. Oh boy, I look rough. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Rhiannon, I'm watching one of her vlogs right now. Hello everyone, it is like 10:45 right now. I didn't just wake up. I woke up like at 9 and I got out of bed like an hour ago. I'm just putting books away right now from what I used for my video yesterday, but I kind of wanted to come on here and talk to you about my plans today because, oh boy, there's a lot. Basically, I want to get a lot of stuff done before I end up going out with my best friend Lily. We're hanging out today for her birthday. I think I've said that many a time in this vlog. I don't know why I keep repeating myself, but it's cool, right? I have to clean my room because it's driving me insane. I don't like having a messy room, and I would ideally like to clean my house, but also I just realized that I have to do something with filming, and I kind of have to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing with it because I don't know, like, so I want to film a journaling video, which is something that I kind of wanted to basically ask you guys about because I feel like some people don't like journaling, but I like journaling. I'm still new at it. I've only done like this is gonna be my 3rd spread for December, so I've only been doing it for about 3 months now, and I wanted to film like me doing the journal spreads, but I just don't know if I'm gonna have time today because I wanted to get it done today because tomorrow is the 1st of December and I want to have my TBR and like my days read spreads at least done. So I at least want to get 2 spreads done today, but I want to film it so that you guys can see what I'm doing, but I have to do it before the light leaves and I don't know what time I'm going to get back to hang out with my best friend Lily, so it's like, it's going to be too dark to film. Am I still going to be able to do it? And I need to figure out stuff with my tripod because I have a tripod and I need to figure out how to like angle it down and I just don't know how to do that yet, so it's stressful times today. And then I also wanted to read at least 100 pages of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, but I think I'm going to try and do that tonight versus before I leave, because if I can figure out how to angle my tripod downward, then I'll have light to do it in before I leave. So can you tell that I'm having a crisis? Not really a crisis, but yeah, so I think I just need to figure some stuff out before, but right now my main focus is cleaning up my room, and then after that I will figure out some stuff with journaling. So hopefully you guys like journaling stuff. Hopefully you guys are actually gonna enjoy it because I enjoy journaling. I'm just not very good at it yet. I'm not a very artistic person, so it's kind of like hard for me to, I don't know, like I mainly focus on washi tape and stickers because I can't draw, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy it either way, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up my room now. I'll talk to you later when I have an update. Goodbye. Debating between these 3, but I know I'm gonna get those 2 for sure.
I would say this one.
You want me to get that one?
That's the one I read the back of and it sounded good.
Okay, maybe I'll get it then. It's just very boring. Hello everyone. It's like 11 o'clock right now. I didn't just get home. I was hanging out with Lily until about 10:30 and then I came home. I talked to my mom because I hadn't seen her all day. So it was very, very fun though. We had a very, very good time. Went to Barnes & Noble, which you saw, and I got a few things, and then we went back to her house and we watched Borat together. And then we watched like YouTube videos and like we just talked and stuff, so it was nice. She had a really good birthday celebration, so that was nice. Happy that I could do that for her, but I'm gonna show you what I got. So I got 3 books, splurged a little bit. I couldn't get much footage in there because I always feel awkward like filming in public, especially with my friends around, because Lily's the kind of person that's like very shy and like doesn't like to be on camera, so I'm like, I feel uncomfortable like whipping out a camera in front of her because I'm just like, I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. So, you know, I try my best though. Like, I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable though. So anyway, I'll show you what I got. So first I got Furyborn, which is the first book in the Imperium trilogy. Is that what it's called? Yeah. This is the first book in that, and it's about, there's 2 different queens, a Queen of Light, a Queen of Blood. our main character's name is Riel, and she wants to prove she's a Sun Queen, and she has to go through elemental trials. So I've heard really, really good things about this. Actually, I've heard polarizing things about this. I've heard that either you really, really like it or you don't like it at all. So I'm hoping I'm on the side where I like it, and Lily helped me pick out that last book because I couldn't decide. I know I wanted to get 3 books, but I didn't know if I wanted to get that one or 2 others. So she helped me decide on that one. So thanks, Lily, for watching this. Next, I got Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maher, and this is a witchy book about a witch and a witch hunter having to get married and to like escape something. I don't really know, but all I know is that it sounds amazing. It's kind of like a forbidden romance, like enemies to lovers thing, so I'm always down for that. So then lastly, my biggest splurge and something that I'm very, very terrified of, I got The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, which a lot of YouTubers been talking about this recently. I know that Becca from Becca in the Books is hosting that, I think it's the Elder Ling-Along, and they are way, way farther into the whole series now. Like, I am so late to this, but like, it took me a lot of convincing in order to do it. I didn't know whether I wanted to do it or not. I don't read a lot of adult fantasy or adult anything, so I kind of want to start to get into it, and it always sounded interesting to me. So actually the live ship series sounded most interesting to me, but they said you had to read this series in order to get to the next series. So I was like, okay, I'll see if I like it. It's not very big, it's only like 400 pages, but this is the illustrated edition, and I wouldn't have bought this except for the fact that the only other copy that they had was the mass market paperback, and I was like, yeah, I don't want that one. Like, I hate those style of books so much. I think that they're so horrible, so I was like, I guess I'll get the $35 illustrated edition. So this was expensive, so hopefully I end up liking it because I spent a lot of money on this. But yeah, I want to challenge myself next year to like actually read adult fantasy books, and like I want to see if I'm, you know, I want to start transitioning over because I feel like I haven't really given it a chance yet, or I have, but like I haven't a lot of really good experiences with it yet. So I want to read like highly rated ones and then see how I like it. So terrified, but also very excited. So yeah, I'm gonna try and read now. I'll see how long I can stay up for, but who knows. But otherwise I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, so in terms of, I kind of left you off on like a cliffhanger in terms of the video I wanted to film today for my journaling, but my grandpa is a photographer, so I called him and I was like, hey, you know if my tripod can like lean over? And he's like, I'll have to look at it tomorrow, but we'll see. I have no doubt that it will. And I was like, okay, well, he's coming out tomorrow coincidentally, so got very lucky. He's gonna help me figure out my tripod, so maybe you'll be seeing a journal video pretty soon for me, so hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna do that now, and I'll talk to you either tomorrow morning or a little bit later. Hope you have a good night. Goodbye. Oh my goodness.
Colored.
Hello everyone. It is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I didn't talk to you at all yesterday because, well, I was busy and I didn't read any. So I went to work on Tuesday. When I got home, my boyfriend and I went out to shop together, and I filmed some of that for you too. And then when I got home, my grandpa was over, so I spent time with him and my dog. And then I filmed my journaling video, like half of it, so I had to film the other half today. And then my grandpa went home, and then I played Pokemon with my boyfriend for the rest of the night, so I didn't actually get any reading done yesterday. But today I went to work and I did start Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and I got to page 101, and I'm not liking it at all so far, like at all. Usually by page 100 in certain books I'm expecting things to start happening in terms of what's written on the back of the book in terms of synopsis, and nothing's happening. Like, I really have just gone through so many different characters' life stories in Savannah, Georgia, which all happen to be white, all happen to be annoying and racist, which is not fun. And then they said the N-word many times in this book in terms of the white people being racist towards black people and saying the N-word, and I've just felt super uncomfortable the entire time, and there has been like no true crime aspects at all to this book, and I'm just kind of like, this isn't what I signed up for. And in fact, I just feel uncomfortable at this point. Like, I'm just don't know if I'm going to keep continuing reading this book. So I think I'm going to give it like another 50 pages, and if it doesn't start picking up in terms of the way that I want it to, I think I'm going to DNF it, which this will be my first DNF in over a year. because I don't like to DNF books. I want, especially now that like I want to consider myself like a content creator coming to books, like I don't want to DNF just because I want you guys to be able to be like, oh, this is why she didn't like it, this is why I shouldn't read it. But if I DNF it, that means I'm not going to be able to give you a valid reason why I DNF'd it, in terms of I didn't read the whole book and then made an assumption after that. But I feel like I pretty much have some valid points in terms of I have valid points that I don't want to keep reading it, you know. So we'll see. I'm gonna get 50 more pages, and then if I don't like it, I'll DNF it, and then I'll let you know. But exciting news, I did get a book in the mail today. I got Blood Countess by Lena Popovic. This is a book, a YA horror book, based off of the first ever recorded female serial killer, Elizabeth Bathory, and she is known as the Blood Countess. So this book is about our main character. What's her name? Her name is Anna, and she is a servant maid, which is not like, that's kind of like the lowest of the low in terms of servants back then. And one day Elizabeth Bathory says, I want you to be my scullery maid, which means that it's the queen, like the countess's like right hand maid and like caretaker. So she's really excited about that because it's gonna be a good salary for her to take care of her family and stuff like that. And then Elizabeth is basically grooming Anna to end up being her eventual lover, and Anna ends up falling for Elizabeth, but then strange murders start happening, and then Anna has to figure out who's doing it, and she doesn't want to believe that it's Elizabeth, her love. So I feel like I should give you some background on Elizabeth Bathory. So Elizabeth Bathory is known as the Blood Countess because she tortured people. She used to prey on mainly peasant girls because they were easily disposable and easily forgettable, which is really, really sad. And she used to torture them and then kill them and then bathe in their blood to give her that youthful glow. And everything is basically believed to be stemmed from how she was epileptic. So back then, in order to cure epilepsy, you used to have to drink blood of a non-epileptic person. So they think that that's what stemmed from her wanting to do that with people's blood later on in life. So I'm so excited about this. I'm so ready to read it, and I think this is going to be a duology. It only has 2 books listed on Goodreads right now, so there may be more, but I don't really know. This is quite a recent release too, so it could be more. I'm not really sure, but look at underneath the dust jacket. It looks really pretty. I like it when they do that underneath the dust jackets. Like, I like when it looks, that looks so cool. And the back's just basic, but yeah, so I'm excited. So right now I just have to finish filming that journaling video because I live in Southern California, which means that we get some pretty bad Santa Ana winds, and we could have our power shut off again because the winds are getting kind of bad right now, and I think that you can hear it. So I need to go finish that video while I still have electricity in my house. So I'm not ready to have no power for 3 days. They said today at 6 p.m. until Friday at 3 p.m. So it's going to be over 3 days of the possibilities of power outages and high winds. So it's not going to be fun. I need to go do that, and then I will let you know what's going on after, but I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Hello, everyone. I just got out of the shower and our power got shut off. So I'm talking to you by half lantern light and half candlelight. It went off when I was in the shower. So that was a great surprise. It's like 7 o'clock right now. And I have nothing to do besides read. So I have like data on my phone, but I don't have internet on any of my other devices, so I have nothing to do besides read right now. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna see if I want to DNF that book or not, and I will let you know what's going on. So yeah. Hello. I haven't talked to you since Wednesday, I think. My power was out all day yesterday. So I basically went to work yesterday morning, and then when I got off work I basically stayed at work because I was like, there's no reason to me going home because I came and watched TV and I don't have light. So stayed at work and I hung out. And when I got home, I worked on finishing the book I'm currently reading, but didn't finish it, so I went to bed. This morning I woke up and my power was back on, so that was great. And I worked on finishing the book, and then I watched SpongeBob for a bit, and then I went to work. So I have some stuff to show you. It's like 9 o'clock right now, and I also have some bad news for you. Not really bad news because it's not that bad, but I think I have valid reasons. But yeah, so I'll get through the bad stuff first, and then I'll get to the good stuff. Right? I gave this book 1 star. I have never given a book 1 star except for one, and that was Diary of an Oxygen Thief, which was a horrible, horrible book. If you are a woman, you know what I mean when I say that that book is just absolutely disgusting. This book was a close second to that. Now, when I went into that book, I assumed that it would be a true crime book. That's what it's classified on as on Goodreads, and I expected it to be a book about a crime that happened in Savannah, Georgia, and it'd be centered around that crime. That was not what I got in any way, shape, or form. It was an exploration of people in Savannah, Georgia, and there was a little bit of the crime sprinkled into it. So basically, this man moves to, or John Barrett moves to Georgia for a bit, Savannah, and he is meeting people and he's talking to people, and it's all about that. And then he happens to meet a character that ends up murdering someone, who the character is a real person. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's a real person. And he's just like, oh yeah, he murdered someone, and this is kind of a little bit of that, but mostly it's going to be nonsensical information about characters that you're not here to witness or talk about or hear about. We don't want to hear about it. So I'm going to keep doing that, but then I'm not going to tell you about the crime that happened, which is why you're here. So the crime didn't actually happen until 200 pages in. This is a 380 page book. The crime didn't happen until 200 pages in, and even then it was like, so there would be 5 pages of what actually happened. So there's 5 pages of the crime happening and explaining what happened, and then it moved on to other non-important information about characters that weren't even involved in the crime in the first place. And then like 70 pages later it'd be like, oh yeah, here's what happened in the courtroom for 5 pages. Then in the next like 80 pages it's like, oh, here's more non-important information about other characters. And it's like, what did I sign up for? Did I sign up for it's like, I didn't sign up to hear about random people in Savannah, Georgia talk about their lives and not hear about, you know, a crime that happened here, which is why I just wanted to read this book. So, and then to make it even worse, it's all nonfiction. So the amount of racism, homophobia, transphobia in this book is just absolutely so disgusting to me. And it's like, I was looking on Goodreads, and a lot of people said that, you know, the black community in Savannah, Georgia is so vast, and it's a very big community there, but the fact that only 2 black characters are mentioned throughout the entire book, and one of them happened to be a trans woman, and was berated throughout the entire book by other people that he interviewed, and the other one was a sweet old man. And it's like, you could have involved so many other characters or people besides racist, transphobic, and homophobic people. It's like, it was just disgusting. And the fact that like the author didn't even mention like correcting the people that he considered himself friends with from saying these disgusting things about these people who are just trying to live their lives and be who they want to be, and it's like, or who they can't help being in the first place. And it's like, you didn't think to correct them or maybe mention it in your book that's like, hey, that's like, that's not my beliefs, that's their beliefs. But it's like, it was just kind of like skidded over, and it's like, oh yeah, it's normal. Like the amount of times that the N-word was said in this book from a white character being said in a racist way was just disgusting. And it was like not even like a big deal to the author. It was like, oh yeah, he said that to me, and like I didn't correct him, I didn't say that it's wrong in the book, I didn't say anything about it, we moved on. It's like, if my friends were saying that kind of shit about people, I would be so angry and I wouldn't be friends with them anymore. But it's like and like the character that really made me the most angry, his name is Joe. He's a real person. Once again, this man is real. He's probably like the scummiest person in the entire book. And it's like, he kept saying like, oh, there was this, okay, so the story was, a part of it was that there was this black man, an old man, who kept saying, oh, I'm walking my dog I'm walking Patrick the dog, and there was no dog. So the author was like, hey, why do you keep saying that, like, you know, you're walking a dog Patrick when there's no dog? And he's like, oh, I used to walk a dog for a white family, and dog's name is Patrick, and they paid me $10 a week to walk the dog, and the dog died, and I told the judge that the dog died, so I can't keep walking. And he's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, like, I'm gonna keep paying you $10 a week. So Joe, the racist one, was like, oh, he's just crazy, he keeps talking about like an imaginary dog. And it's like, dude, what? Like, you say that he's just a crazy black person, but it's like, no, you don't know the reason behind it. Like, this man in the book is like, he's a cheater, he just basically stuffs everyone to get in the way. Like, he's such a horrible person. It's like, He was the worst person in the entire book, and I was like, oh my god. It was just disgusting. It's like you could have focused on so many of the people in the book, or just focused on the crime solely, not involved all these characters who were not good people. It was just disgusting. Like, I just fucking hated this book. Like, I hated it. And it's like, the fact that the crime didn't even happen until 200 pages in. And it only lasted about 5 pages each time that it was mentioned, and it was like, oh my god. So, it's done. It's over with. I gave it 1 star. Next I'm going to be starting Charlie Bone and the Blue Boa, so it's going to hopefully be a lot better. Can't really get much. The only way is up from here, right? So now I'm going to show you what I got from Target, because I need a little bit of cheering up after that. Let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I got some pops. If you don't know this about me, I like pops. I have a few. My boyfriend is way more into it than I am. He has like hundreds of them and I have like 10. Like, I'm not that into it, but I like certain ones. So right now I've been collecting the Disney 5th or 65th anniversary pops. So I got Peter Pan. The box is supposed to look like old. If I can show it to you. They look like old and kind of torn or like yellowed, because that's like supposed to be like, oh, an old anniversary pop. So I got that one, and then I also got Captain Hook. Super exciting. I also have I have Mr. Toad, I have the Mad Hatter riding the teacup ride at Disneyland, and then I have Alice and the Cheshire Cat. So my collection of this, so my collection for these ones is almost complete. So those are the ones I've been like collecting, or like wanting to collect, because I love Disneyland and I live like an hour away from it, so it's great. And then I got some books, which is why you're here, right? I figured I always go to Target at the beginning of every month, because I usually put out the new releases then, which means that I kind of go ham at the very beginning of the month, but then after that, like, it kind of slows down a little bit, because most of the books that I wanted this month all came out on the 1st of December, so some of them came to Target during those like few days, and it's like the 4th now, so it's been like 3 days. But I got The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. I mentioned this in my YA releases for December, so I will link that up in the cards. And this is about a group of cousins who parents were disinherited from their grandma's very, very extensive fortune, and one summer the cousins get a invitation to go to the grandmother's island and work for them and work for her. So the parents say, okay, yeah, like, you should go because we want to get back into her good graces and get back into her trust. So they get there on an island that their grandmother owns, and it just kind of gets dark from there. So I'm excited. She also wrote One of Us is Lying, and I didn't read that book, but it got kind of like mixed reviews, so I was like, I wasn't interested in it, but this one I am way more interested in, so I got that. And then I got, super exciting, How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. I'm so excited. Look how pretty it is, by the way. Look at these end pages. Like, magnificent. This is a novella for the Cruel Prince series. Haven't finished that yet. I'm still on the 2nd book in the series, but I had to get it though, because I just wanted to add it to my collection. So I will eventually get to this once I finish the series, but this is just like a short story collection, I think, about just exploring, like, I guess Cardan and Jude's relationship a bit more, and like Cardan's like life and like trauma, which is magnificent. So not magnificent that he went through trauma, but the book's gonna be magnificent. Anyway, the last book that I got is Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, which is a book about a group of people who are looking to rent apartments out of a certain complex, but then a bank robber comes and basically takes a whole group of people hostage, and we kind of go through the characters' different like lives and backstories and stuff, and how they're all kind of like wanting to be rescued in a certain way, whether it be from the hostage or from other things, including the bank robber. He wants to be rescued in a certain way, and it kind of like dives into like the deeper secrets of people and stuff like that. So I had to pick this up because one of his other books, My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry, is in my top 5 favorite books of all time now, and I just love his writing. I love him so much, so I just wanted to pick up another book by him. This has gotten amazing reviews, so I wanted to pick that one up next. If you haven't read My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry, you need to read it. If you liked this book or are interested in this book, you need to pick that one up. It's about how do I describe it? Our main character is like an 8-year-old girl, and she and her grandmother are very, very tight-knit, and her grandmother kind of created a whole like separate world for her, and her grandmother ends up dying, and she lives the rest of her, like, you know, deals with the grief through that imaginary world, and how every single one of her neighbors who her grandmother has wronged in some way, not wronged, but like she has to apologize for, kind of lives throughout that imaginary world too. So it's very, very good. You should read it if you haven't yet. I highly recommend it to you. I cried numerous times throughout that book, so I really, really do recommend it. So also, you can pick this book up yet. I've heard nothing but good reviews, so pick this one up too. Recommendations all around. So anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep. I have to work early tomorrow morning, so that I will start Charlie Bone tomorrow while I'm at work, and I'll let you know. Well, it's the end of this vlog now because I'm not gonna have time because tomorrow I'll start a new vlog. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm sorry that it was so short. California's been kind of weird recently because of the crazy winds we've been having, so I just didn't want to film when there was no power. So hope that it's okay. I hope that, you know, next vlog will be better. I'm sorry if, you know, it wasn't the greatest, but it's okay. So I will see you guys in the next one. Hope that you're having a great day or night, and thank you for being here, and I'll see you later. Good night.